Hi, and welcome back to the Get to Know podcast. I'm Rylee.
And I'm Joe.
And today we are getting to know Mr. Fiano.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to our podcast.
Oh, wow. Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. So, first of all, we want to ask, what do you do here at the school?
I was hired as a science teacher, primarily for biology and physical science. Over the years, I have been a food tech teacher. I have taught many different science electives, and most currently I am teaching Farm to Food 2 as a part of the agricultural department. I stay active with the athletic department. I am a sports administrator. I have been a CAS counselor on numerous occasions. I like to consider myself a chieftain.
Nice. So, what's your favorite class to teach here?
I love biology. I love teaching about life. Life is incredible. The alternative, no one ever comes back to say you have to try it. So when they teach about life, I want to know people that you have to live it in order to enjoy it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden. I don't know how hidden they are. I'm a master gardener.
Okay.
I think of myself as an accomplished chef, even if it's home chef. Let's see, I bake a lot of food. I grow my own food. Other than that, I love poetry and I love to recite poetry. How's that?
Do you have a poem for us?
I can recite one of my favorite poems by
Yeah.
Carlos Williams, and it goes something like this. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow in front of the white chickens glazed with rain. I love that poem. It evokes so much wonderful imagery, and I think that every person should have at least one poem or more memorized. So that's my hidden talent.
Nice.
What about a favorite song?
Favorite song? Wow. You know, the longer you live, the older you get, there's always that one song that captures where you are in life. And, you know, when you hear that one song that brings that smile to your face or it brings back a memory of that time. I don't know, I think one of the songs that always stands out in my mind, that one that has always been, and maybe American Pie by Don McLean. It's almost like an American anthem in a way, and it captures the height of happiness
Yeah.
all the way down to the bowels of despair. But at the end, you know that it's ephemeral and it becomes good again.
Nice.
Can you sing a little bit?
I don't really have a wonderful voice,
That's
but
okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No judgment here.
one of the lines that I always liked, and I'll speak it, I'm more of a spoken verse guy.
Okay.
I can't remember if I cried the day I heard the music died. And it's interesting, and it's so poignant sometimes that music is so much a part of our lives, and the people that perform that music, we make them part of our lives. And I can only say that from the recent phenomena of Taylor Swift, where there's a person who can sway the way people think, the way they feel. Will she be as poignant with the same people that she touches now, 15 years from now, when that group of people have grown and experienced life a little bit more? Does that song say or give the same message?
Nice.
Yeah.
Back to your kind of teaching classroom.
Sure.
What animals would you like to have in your classroom if the school allowed any animal?
Wow. I've had quite a few. Some animals require a lot less maintenance than others. I could be selfish and say just about everything, but I found that because I might like something furry, there might be someone who can't be next to that furry animal. So I always wanted a bird for some weird reason, but it would be such a distraction, and I'm not going to compete for anybody for attention in my classroom. So I would definitely rule out the bird.
Nice.
But I think that a bird. I have a lizard now, so I'm going to say the bearded dragon is my favorite pet.
Nice.
What animals have you had in the past?
Oh gosh, chinchillas,
Oh.
ferrets, numerous tropical fish, mice, rats, degus, leopard geckos, pythons, scorpions,
Whoa.
frogs, tortoises, I guess hedgehog. I guess that rounds it up.
Wow, you've had a lot.
Going back to more of a personal question, where are you from?
I grew up in Providence, and I live in Cranston, but I spend more of my time in the Foster Gloucester Regional School District than I do anywhere else.
Did you always know you wanted to be a teacher?
No. If you had asked me early on in my life, and I'm going to say right around when it's time most people to make decisions on what direction they want to take, I never thought that I would be a teacher. I never thought that I would go into the military, and I ended up going into the military, and ultimately, through the military, I found that I could reach people through instruction. I had a gift that I could help people learn to get them to do things, and I come from a family of teachers. My wife's a teacher, my sister's a teacher, and I kind of fell into it, and I don't think I'd want to do anything else. I think it's a perfect fit.
I agree.
Thank you.
Who was your favorite teacher in the school?
Wow. My colleagues all have wonderful gifts and strengths. And to admire each of them for those gifts I can't pick or choose a favorite.
Yeah.
Are there people that I share a lot of time with? Certainly. Favorite. Not to diminish anyone, because they're all my favorites. I'm going to say me.
I think a lot of people would agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have a list of some words,
Okay.
Some
slang
slang
words for
you to define.
yes.
Okay.
So we'll start with, can you define sleigh?
Sleigh. Well, it's a homonym that sounds like something that rides on snow. Could also be a verb of something to kill. I think in today's slang, it might be if you present yourself in a way to be successful in a positive manner, you're ready to slay.
Yes, exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. Do you know what Riz means?
Riz?
Yes.
Now, from what I've picked up, Riz is a term that you young people use when it comes to either meeting or dating someone where you are either accosting them in a way that might be appreciated or not. It might be invited or not. So I think the term might have a little bit of a negative connotation to it.
Yes, very similar to that. It's like flirtatious. It's
Okay.
came from the word charisma, so that's where Riz
Oh,
came
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
about
like
fit?
Fit.
Yeah.
Well, see, for my generation, when we see someone and they look well, and it might be a friend of mine that I've known for a long time, I might say, well, you're looking rather fit today. I don't know how the term is used in today's slang, unless someone is having an episode where they are either over the top, and someone might say, I think you are having a fit.
So fit is commonly used to reference an outfit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, yeah. If
Okay.
someone has a good outfit on, you say, that's a good fit.
Okay, all right.
All right. Can you define chuggy?
Shooties?
Chuggy.
Shooty. Spell it for me.
CHEUGY.
CHEUDY.
GY.
GY. That's a good one. You know, not for the life of me.
So chuggy basically just means that something's out of date. It's kind of like
Okay.
we've
All right.
moved on from that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it would be the successor to something that has been played.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. This one's kind of easy. Salty.
Oh, okay. Salty might be someone who's a little sassy, seasoned, quick with a remark. maybe a little, let's see, a little too wise for someone of that age.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And then, so this one, it's kind of an acronym, kind of not. It's usually used in texting. So it is ONG.
O-M?
N.
N. O-N-G. That one I'm not familiar with.
So it means on God. So it's like, if you're like I swear to God. Like on God.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't know that N-O-N-G. Well, I could see where the O-M-G and, okay, all right. I don't know if I usually just say, I swear to God. But I could see where the text, the abbreviation, the brevity makes it quick. I mean, you all digest things in so quick of a manner that to say O-N-G is a lot better than say on God. All right.
And I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite slang term?
My favorite one? I like when people say dripping. I like that one a little bit. I like when people, well, there are some others that I find distasteful that I wouldn't repeat. But yeah, when you're dripping, let's see what else. Looking fresh. Yeah, things like to that. I like things that are positive. You know, my demeanor in the school is I have a certain sense of humor. And even when I'm trying to roast someone, it's in a way where I'm trying to let them know, hey, you know what, Fiano really likes you. You're part of my world, and I want to make sure that you know it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now this is an audience favorite question.
Yeah, go for it.
Everyone's been wondering this.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up as a short king?
As a short kid,
Short king.
king.
Yes.
You know, and it's funny, my cousin, who's very tall, said to me, goes, I never really saw you as a short guy. And I never really looked at myself as a short person. I think that I always really, really felt comfortable with who I was. I mean, there were certain disadvantages to my height. Most tragically, not being able to get on a ride on my 8th grade field trip when my girlfriend was able to and I wasn't. But you know what? After the ride was over, she was still my girlfriend, so it really didn't matter.
That's good.
And I think that my wife and I are perfect together, and if I were any taller, we wouldn't be. So growing up, I never really felt that I was short because everything I did lended itself to who I was. I played soccer, I ran track, I wrestled. Those were all things that I didn't have to compete for. For instance, I see a lot of guys my height and women who are incredible basketball players. Just wasn't my thing. So I don't think height was a barrier for anything unless someone else made it a barrier for me.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for giving us your time today.
You're very welcome. I wish I had more time to give you. It's been wonderful to speak to such engaging and poised young people.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
Is there anything you'd like to say before we end this episode?
You know what? I didn't know what today's interview was going to be about, and I want to tell you that I'm very pleasantly surprised. We're discussing one of my favorite subjects, me. I'm only kidding. You know what? I like that we're doing stuff like this, and I'm glad that I'm just one of the people that you're talking to, because I think it's wonderful to know the people that we spend our community with, and thank you for making me a part of it.
Of course.
You're welcome.
Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode of Get to Know.